Hello everyone, welcome to Even the Scales. Thank you for joining me. My name's Donna and I'm back on my channel right now because I'm calling out for help once again. I'm in so much danger right now and I really need help urgently. I've been being put through severe abuse, intense abuse for weeks now. It started a year ago. For those of you who haven't seen any of my videos in the past, I've been going through severe abuse from my community here in Campbelltown, New South Wales, because I am the victim of a police cover-up. I've been isolated by my entire community, exiled, left out, and just abused day in, day out, severely put through really cruel abuse. And right now it's become very intense, this abuse. This is because there are not as many ways that these people can get to me. That's because I've been speaking out about this on this channel so much, and more people are finding out the truth of what's going on here. And some people might say, like, why hasn't she got family? You know, there must be someone that she can reach out to. No, there's not. There's not. My entire family are involved in this abuse. They have been purposely isolating me and putting me through abuse for quite a few years, up to 7 years. More so for the past 2 or 3 years. But yeah, I don't have any family because they are a part of this abuse. They took money to be a part of it. They're working with the corrupt members of the justice system to put me through this. And so is the majority of my community. And because they can't get to me in as many ways, they're using my closest neighbours. These people are so cruel. And they're trying to kill me. There's no other way to put it. These people are being paid to take my life. And they are extremely cruel, extremely heartless. They work around the clock to do this. And they're trying to do it just by psychologically abusing me. But it's actually turned into physical abuse now because of the way they are using the air I breathe. They are contaminating the air I breathe. And they're doing that to deliberately try and affect my health. So for quite a few weeks now, these neighbours have been working on contaminating the air that I breathe in my home. And I'm being forced to be put through hours and hours of really torturous psychological and physical abuse because of the way they are contaminating my air. And, you know, these people are just so cruel. I can get on this channel and I can, you know, they can see that I'm upset. Even if I get upset at what they're doing when I haven't got the camera on, you know, through the night when they're putting me through this abuse, and I cry out to them to please stop what they're doing, they still won't stop. These people mean business about taking my life. They're being paid for it. They're being paid to put me through this abuse. And the Campbelltown police here encourage them as well. They've already been over this morning and done a flyover in the helicopter just to encourage the neighbours to continue to abuse me. And this abuse is just so severe. And there's no one to help. And I really need help. My landlord has rigged the range hoods in my neighbour's home so that they can contaminate my air whenever they like. The landlord has also placed a camera in my smoke alarm so that these neighbours that live within metres of me, my family members, my abusive family members, and other members of the community, just random members of the community, can view me in my home to come up with ways to abuse me. And there are also abusers from my past that have access to viewing me in my home. My devices are all hacked. They have been for more than a year. The community can see everything I do on my devices. I have no privacy whatsoever, none. And my landlord has done this. St George Community Housing, they're responsible for the camera and the range hoods being fixed, at least. I don't know about the hacking of the devices. I don't know who's done that, probably the justice system or someone in the community. But the fact that they are able to do whatever they like with the air I breathe is really scary, and it's really urgent right now that I get some help. These people are so ruthless and cruel. 2 women and 1 male that are adjoined to my unit have the ability to do this. Everything that they put through their range hoods gets diverted into my home. Instead of going out through the roof, it all comes through into my home. And they have access to gas cooktops straight underneath those range hoods. So I'm absolutely in danger. And that's probably what they were going to do. They were probably going to turn the gas on and gas me, because that's why this is being done. It's being done to take my life. They're trying to abuse me to death right now. And I tell you what, the people that they have chosen to help them that live around me are absolutely cold-blooded people that would be capable of doing this. No problem at all. No problem. These people will spend the entire night and, half the day trying to suffocate me with whatever they're sending through into my home. And then they'll go out and just act normal in the community. And then they'll come home again and try and take me out again. They attack me through the night together. They work together during the night. The Campbelltown Police got their siren on right now. So this is how cocky and smug the Campbelltown Police are. They're stalking me right now while I have this video on, just to, try and give me more anxiety and stress, to let me know that they're not there to help me. And they will do this in the middle of the night too, and work with the neighbours to do that. So the woman in the unit next door to me, and I've said the number on here, I've said their house numbers, because this is how urgent the situation is. I have no help. There's no police for me to call on here in Campbelltown. There's no family. There's no, if I go to anyone for help, I get turned away or they knock me back because the justice system block it. My landlord won't help me because they've been involved in this whole setup. St George Community Housing is my landlord. I've been calling out to them for weeks on here to come and take this camera out of my home and fix the range hoods and stop these neighbours from abusing me, and they haven't done anything. So I'm in so much danger, and I just want this to stop, because they're putting me through this every night, and they're working together to do this, and they're trying to break down my barriers, my defence. They're trying to attack my sleep patterns so that I weaken. And these women stalk me in my home, and they watch me on the camera, and they watch every single move. There's a male too that works with them. But these 2 women, they are the worst. They are just absolute sadists. And yeah, I've mentioned house numbers on here, and I've told people exactly where they live, because that's how dire the situation I am in here is. There's no help. whatsoever. And this is my air. This is the air that I breathe in my home that they are attacking. She sends her cigarette smoke through into my home all night. Last night she did this until about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and then she started back up again just after 12, around 12:30 last night. And then she went through, she's just been doing it like just within the last couple of hours. She's been sending the cigarette smoke through. It just takes over my whole home, and she smokes the strongest tobacco, and it's her secondhand filthy lung smoke that, that is passive smoke, that is deadly. She's been doing this to me for weeks, and even if I open the windows, I still can't escape it. I can't. So she's poisoning my air. This woman is trying to murder me, and she's poisoning my air. So, I have every right to say whatever I like on here right now to save my life, because there's no help. And I'm just hoping that someone can help me. If there's anyone out there that can get this camera out of my smoke alarm, please contact me via the email in the description box of this video. I will pay you if you could do that. I can't reach out to anyone else to do it because the justice system will just block it, or I'll be manipulated in some way and they won't do it. I can't call my landlord to get help because they do the same thing. They will try and manipulate me or gaslight me on the phone. They'll make out like they don't know anything about this, but that's another thing. If you've gone to the trouble to rig range hoods in three people's houses to deliberately carry out abuse on the person, to contaminate their air, and you've actually placed a camera in that person's home so the neighbours can premeditate cruel abuse and carry it out on me all day, you're watching the situation. So don't try and make out like you're not seeing what's going on here, St George Community Housing. You're watching this situation because anyone who's gone to all that trouble to harm another person, you're watching the situation. You've rigged the range hoods so that these people can contaminate my air. And, I wasn't meant to make it this long. I wasn't. I was meant to go crazy, pass away. The justice system are working with the health system to do this to me. They have been for over a year. And they're keeping information from me about my health. And what these neighbours try and do is they try and affect my heart, and so do the Campbelltown Police. They try and cause me panic attacks, and they try and cause my blood pressure to rise because I'm pretty sure I've had a stroke in the past, and the health system has kept that information from me. So they're just hoping that that happens to me again. And, I could be on here now, like, just so distressed about all this, and these neighbours are that cruel that they will continue to abuse me as soon as I put the camera off. That's how cold and callous these women are. And through the night, they try and suffocate me. They try and cause me to panic. And they also will carry out a noise attack. If I wake up through the night, they'll carry out a noise attack, or the Campbelltown Police will stalk while these women are sending their smells through. The woman downstairs, she just uses foul odours. She heats stuff up on a stove, like really foul odours, and sends them into my home. There's two different odours that she uses. One's hot cooking oil, which is just disgusting, and she's done that for hours on end. And this woman next door, she just never stops. She's just so determined to take my life. And I've said her house number on my channel, and I'll say it again because I want to expose this woman for what she's doing, and I want her held accountable. I want them all held accountable. And, I have every right to speak out about this in any way that I can because I'm telling the truth, for one thing, and I'm trying to save my life because she's just constantly filling my home with this smoke. And she also uses the filthy stench of her home, which is just so disgusting. It is so vile. It is really disgusting. It just reeks. Um, and for the past few days with the heat, it's been even worse. And the germs that would be in that, there would be airborne germs in that. I could get very sick from that. So, she's attacking me in two ways. She's attacking the air I breathe. So it's like chemical warfare, but it's just being carried out on one person. It's exactly the same thing. It's the same concept. It is. They're just trying to contaminate the air that I breathe to take my life. They're trying to affect my breathing. This is what they're doing because in the past I have had asthma once. Had asthma once about 10 years ago, and I've had a preventer ever since at this time of the year, just in case I ever have another asthma attack, because this is the time of the year that I will get it when there's a change of season. But I haven't even had asthma for years and years and years. I had some breathing problems this time last year when I was in the hospital, but that was because my iron was low and I wasn't told about it. So, yeah, low iron causes breathing problems. My iron's back up now. My iron's good. So I'm not having any breathing problems, but I still have my preventer at this time of the year for a few weeks just to make sure. So what they're doing, these women, obviously they're listening in on my home, especially this one next door. She's watching me, I should say, watching me in my home. And, she knows every move I make. She knows I'm having that puffer. So she's attacking my air. And I, the feeling through the night when this woman does that, attacks my air with this cigarette smoke, it's just so disgusting. She's so vile. She's so vile, this woman, to be able to do that. I mean, what a sadist. How disgusting is she? She's been paid to do this. She does nothing else but that. None of them do. The three neighbours that are attached to my home do nothing else but stalk, to abuse and harass me severely. And this woman is affecting me physically because she's attacking my lungs. And and because they've rigged the range hoods in such a way where everything gets diverted into my unit, all the dust is coming down from inside the roof. Like I'm just finding like I clean my house once a week. I give it a good dust, and I've just found myself just like sweeping up dust all over the place all through the week because it's just building up all over the unit. Like it's just everywhere because it's coming down from the roof. It's all being blown down. And of course, dust mites are another trigger for breathing problems. So this is what they're doing. But right now, I just want people to know just how sadistic these women are, especially these women. I mean, there is a male that works with them, and he's pretty cruel too. But the fact that these are women, and I'm crying out to them, please stop abusing me. They have no empathy whatsoever, none. They'll do it more. They will abuse me more. It's like they've been trained in how to psychologically torture. That's like someone's, told them to, do it for a few minutes and then hold it off, and then do it again and then hold it off. It's like that. It's severe torture. And my landlord, knows this is going on. The Campbelltown police are watching on this camera. They know. And I mean, they're that smug about it that they're just out there stalking just them. And they do that several times a day. And of course, when that happens, I get a feeling of dread. I do. I get a feeling of dread. It's the same through the night when I know that I've got 3 people living within meters of me that are being paid to kill me. And, you know, I speak out about on this platform. Every day I ask for help. No one helps. No one in this town helps. I don't know if there's some sort of silence order or what over this town, but or if people have got money to gain if I pass away. I know these neighbours have. I know they have. But there's just absolutely no one to help. But, you know, the fact that I have no help, that is what gives me the freedom to be able to speak about exactly what's happening here, because I know I'm telling the truth. I know I'm speaking the truth, and I know that the truth will prevail. And I also know there's someone out there that's going to help me. That's why I continue every day to reach out. I'm not giving up. There's no way in hell I'm giving up. No way. And while they might ruffle my feathers a bit from time to time, I will never give up. I have come far. I've come too far to give up. And if anything did happen to me, which is not going to allow it to, but if anything did happen, I just want people to know that these people are murderers that live around me. My landlord knows they're involved in it too, so they will be to blame if anything happens. So I'm just going to say again, St. George Community Housing, they're a well-known housing provider. I mean, who would have ever thought, hey? How many other people have they done this to? How many other innocent people, vulnerable people? They knew I was vulnerable. They knew that my family was abusive. They knew that I'd left domestic violence. They knew that I suffered from panic attacks and PTSD. They knew all that. That's why they thought it would be easy. So the landlord has worked with the justice system. The justice system are covering for a pedophile. They are covering for a police officer that has committed violent crimes against women. And they're also covering for a number of other crimes. I had police connected to my family and also in my family that have been blocking justice. They are the reason that I'm going through this right now. I've reached out to the justice system on 12 occasions in the past 10 years to get help for the abuse that I've been going through, and it's been blocked. I've had these corrupt police obstructing justice. And then my family and neighbours that are involved in this, they have spread so many disgusting lies about me that are not true, just to block me from getting any help. They have told lies that are so bad that, and now people are finding out they're not true. It actually makes them look like very sick-minded people for saying the things that they have said about me. And my main concern right now is that I want this camera out of my home. I want these range hoods fixed. St. George Community Housing, you are violating my human rights. You are violating my privacy in extreme ways. The Campbelltown Police have put me through over a year of extreme stalking and harassment. So have these neighbours. And I want the truth to get out about them. And I just want people to know how much danger I'm in right now because of the very fact that the women that are attacking my heir are cruel, callous sadists who are watching me on the camera while they're carrying out abuse, and they are enjoying watching me suffering. They are enjoying watching me go through pain. So this is what I mean by, whoever thought of this idea and thought that it would work to take my life, they've really picked some really good um, people to carry out the crime, as far as, suitable people to be capable of doing that to someone, because these women definitely are. This is why I'm in so much danger. The one that sends the cigarette smoke through this, she is a vile, vile human being. And so is the one downstairs. They all are, for being a part of this. I done nothing to any of these people. I was nice to them all. I tried to form friendships with them when I moved here. I didn't know they were stabbing me in the back for ages before I even found out they were involved in this setup. But for the past year, they have stalked and harassed me. And I called it violent harassment last night on my channel. I called them violent because it is violent. It is violent. It's violent harassment. You're trying to kill me. You're contaminating my air. So if anyone wants to say anything about me using the word violent and just like thinking that violence is about hitting someone and seeing blood or bruises, no, it's not. Violent harassment is what you are doing. You are violently harassing me. You are trying to contaminate the air I breathe. Air is the most important thing for survival. And these people, this woman next door especially, is trying to contaminate my air. She's trying to suffocate me. Every night while I try and sleep, this woman's trying to suffocate me in my home. She is a cold-blooded, callous killer. They all are. The neighbours that are involved, they are. They signed up to do this. I don't know if they signed something, but they're doing it. They've been hired to do this. That's because they have access. And I mean, my housing provider, St George Community Housing, has given them the tools. And they've got the support of the Campbelltown Police. And my family and the police watch me go through this suffering on the camera as well. So I need help. I really need help. If there's anyone out there that can help me in any way legally, if anyone knows anyone that works for the justice system that is not corrupt, that can help me, please, if you can advise me legally in any way, let me know. I can't go to anyone in this town for help. I can't go to the Campbelltown Police and report this, because they will turn it around onto me and they will say, what? Your neighbours are putting smells through your range? You're crazy. We're going to schedule you. You're going to the mental health ward. That's what they're trying to do. That's why they chose this idea. That's the whole point of it all. And there's just no one that I can turn to. No one. So yeah, and if someone can help me get the camera out of my home, I would pay you for that, and I'd be so thankful. St George Community Housing, get the camera out of my home and fix the range hoods that you have purposely rigged so that my neighbours can abuse me to death. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye for now, and God bless.